How you doing, folks? This is Rex at the Buckeyenest, and we're out here at Trotwood-Madison High School. And I'm going to be promoting the March 19th JROTC event. It's a competition, okay? And this is Master Sergeant
Jerry Newsome.
Jerry Newsome. He's been out here with this group of kids about how many years, sir?
15 years. This is my 15th year. We started my
15th year. Are you still active duty, or are you?
No, sir. I'm retired. Retired active duty after 24 years.
Very good. What did you do in the Army?
I was Army infantry, right? Long range reconnaissance, alerts D.
Okay.
Infantry soldier, small weapons expert. I was a drill sergeant for about 3.5 years. Airborne instructor. So I got a little bit of it all.
I got a gentleman his name's John Cobb. He's a retired first sergeant, airborne, 82nd Airborne. So he'll get a kick out of watching this stuff.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got this event coming up in March, folks, on the 19th, and I've been out here today, did a little video on some of their drill that they did here. You'll see that earlier. But I'm going to let the Master Sergeant tell you about the program and what he does with it out here. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Basically, we have approximately 100 students in the JROTC program here at Trotwood-Madison High School. Like I said, I've been here approximately 15 years. Have a lot of students who have left the program who are very diligent as alumni personnel to help the program stay afloat. Many times we've been on the chopping block as far as moving them out of the school district, the program out of the school district. However, between the alumni and the support we get from the school administration all the way through the superintendent and the Board of Education members, we stay on track because we have a good program. Our students are very in tune with what we do. We take students from all walks of life, the brightest of the students and the students that need some help. We always interject them into the JROTC program, which make the program a very viable program here at Trotwood-Madison High School.
I saw that today. Matter of fact, you promoted one young man today. What was his name?
This was Dennis, right? Cadet Dennis. We promoted him to corporal from PFC. And he's a very diligent young man, along with all the rest of our cadets, many of our cadets, not only in JROTC, but also within the community, which have several community service programs or projects that we have the cadets involved in that they excel in.
You had another young man that it was his second year on the honor roll.
Second time on honor roll, and the deal is, what we didn't see this afternoon is the formations that we had this morning. We also gave out the certificates and the golden lamps. First time they're on honor roll, they get a ribbon for being on honor roll. And the second time they're on honor roll, they get a bronze lamp and then a silver lamp and a gold lamp. So this morning in the formation throughout the day, several students, and when I say several, we're talking about 45% of that 100 students we have in the JROTC program is on honor roll at Trotwood-Madison High School.
That's excellent. Right. That's excellent.
And we're working to make sure that many more. You know, we push academia in the JROTC at Trotwood. We push it, and when you look at our numbers, we are very competitive with any other organization that the high school have to offer. Academia. We push
Very good.
It. Right.
But, and of course, you've got 100 students running around here wearing uniforms with that military discipline.
Exactly.
Most of the time.
Well, most of the time. And
yeah.
Of course, and I have to remind some of the old soldiers that come through, that helps us out, that support us. I have to remind them sometimes we are dealing with high school students.
Right.
We're prepping them so that any event that they do want to go on and become a soldier, airman, Marine, or a Coast Guardman, right, that they are prepared. One of the things that I used to watch when I was in basic training, one of the things I hated, I tell the cadets just now, I hated the JROTC cadets when I was a basic trainee back in the mid-70s because they knew everything.
Yeah.
So what we try to do today is we try to make sure that our cadets, the ones whom will go into the military, are prepared. they know everything.
Oh,
How to do the DNC and the basic fundamentals of rifle marksmanship and all this good stuff. We push that here so that the students will, like I say, if they take that on as an occupation, they'll be ready for it.
Very good. You gonna teach them to be tankers?
What I tell them is, tankers, we need tankers. And I tell them that's the only place in the world that a 18-year-old young person can sign for a $15,000 piece of equipment.
Yeah, yeah,
And the best tanks in the world.
yeah.
It's the only place in the United States, in the world I know of, that allow an 18-year-old sign for that type of equipment,
Yeah.
that much firepower.
Yeah. I was 16 and a half when I joined. 2 days after my 17th birthday, 1972, I was at Fort Knox for boot camp.
Okay.
And then they shipped me out to Fort Carson for tank training after
Okay.
that. So, yeah.
Man.
Biggest mistake I made in my life, but I'm not afraid to say it, is I didn't do my 20.
Yeah, man, right.
I kick myself in the butt every time I think about it. And I always try to tell the young ones that's going to go in, do your 20. Get your 20 in.
And the good thing about that doing 20 years is it sneaks up on you. And all the old timers told me that when I was just a young 17-year-old kid myself in the Army. They told me that it was 20 years would sneak up on you. And I would look at it and say, oh my goodness, that's a long ways away. 20 years is a long ways away. And 3 years in the Army, I re-enlisted. And the thing is, again, 20 years seems so far away. And all of a sudden I woke up one day right now as a company first sergeant with 21 years in the Army.
Wow.
And I went, how in the world did I get 21 years in the Army?
Yeah.
And of course, the Army did their diligence right and sent me to the University of Dayton. That's how I got here in the Dayton area. Sent me to the University of Dayton as the senior Army instructor at the University of Dayton. And when I actually retired with 24 years in, I retired and stayed in the area because I was offered this job here.
Yeah.
So, been here ever since. And I have to say, as much as I don't like the weather in the Dayton area, the people have been very nice to me, right, as far as job-wise and giving me opportunities to work with our young people.
That's pretty neat. Well, you know, Sergeant, can I call you Sergeant?
Oh, yes, by
That's
all
just
means,
an old
right.
habit.
2 old
you know.
soldiers, right, absolutely,
Yeah.
right.
You're going to be seeing a lot of me in the next few weeks.
That'll work. We
A lot.
welcome the pleasure.
So,
the pleasure's all ours, right?
when-
We welcome it.
When I get these videos published, get your young ROTC students to share them and like them. That will help with money, okay? Because I'll make it public statement right now, and this is the whole wide world internet. Any money that the Buckeyenest makes off of these videos through YouTube or anything else will come to this program.
Good deal.
So,
And right now, I'll tell you, we have a special project. We help with the concessions at the football games and around the different events. And what we're trying to do this year, we're trying to buy a concession trailer, about a 12 to 14 foot concession trailer, so that we would be mobile. So we asking all the veterans and the people who support us to make donations towards this concession trailer, so that we will be out of the tent and into a hard stand.
Yeah.
And also that we can be more, because we get invited to different places around.
have you looked into any cost for that?
We have, and we're looking at one of the smaller trailers runs around $4,500.
Yeah.
So we're in the process of trying to raise that before the summer. So by next football season, we will have that on the ground. Right?
Okay.
And we
And
want
then
to
are
make
you
sure
going to
that all
have
sponsors.
it? Are you going to have it painted up with the?
Oh yes, with
Okay.
Trotwood colors, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? Army colors, right?
Now, when's your next football game that you guys are going to participate in?
Well, it'll be in next fall. The first home football game, sometime around late September. We plan to be fully functional and running by that time.
Okay. Between you and the colonel, I need to get your email addresses before I leave.
Absolutely.
Add you to my list, and you guys keep me informed of what's going on out here, and I'll come out here on one of those trips and do some
by all means.
more video.
We do the color guard for every football game, every boys basketball game, and our guys do a very outstanding job. A lot of times when our young cadets is at other places and they see the color guard presenting colors and one thing and another, they always reflect back to our color guards here at the high school at Trotwood, and they always we get a kick out of other teams coming here and giving us our accolades because our kids do a really good job, and they take a lot of pride in doing color guards when they go to different places.
I'll tell you one guy that'll be watching these videos. He's a Master Sergeant, United States Air Force, and he's in charge of the color guards and the honor squads right over here at the Wright Pat.
Oh yeah, good deal.
Yeah,
Good
I
deal.
did some video for him, and they had a recognition dinner here not too long ago. Pretty neat guy. Pretty neat guy. Maybe he'll pay you a visit someday.
Well, we welcome him. We welcome them.
Yeah.
Military personnel, to whether you're retired or just spent, 1 tour, 6 months, whatever. We welcome your stories. Well, the kids love to hear them. We paint a picture with our stories. And what I tell the kids is this, our young cadets, we tell them that if it wasn't for the people who paved the road for us to be here, we wouldn't be here. And freedom don't come free. Regardless of how long you stayed in the military or what short period of time you had, but you made an impact. You paid the price. You made the sacrifices for us to be here today, and for these young people to be doing the things they do today in this great United States in which we live in.
Maybe I can get the event coordinators at the VA to bring a busload of those guys over someday.
Or we to come over to them, right? We want to make sure that we serve them.
Yeah.
Right? The young people, I talk to the young people all the time, and I teach them about service. Right? Those guys, they have done their jobs.
Yeah.
They've done the things, they've done the hard tasks. Now it's about us, about the young people, right? Doing the due diligence of service, learning service.
The thought just crossed my mind, and I know we're still on video here, but I do some work for an organization out there called the For Freedom Equestrian Team.
Right.
They do a lot of honor squads, flag ceremonies. Any of your students ride horses that may want to volunteer with them?
Yes, listen, I have students. One of the things that we try to do here at Trotwood is take them out of their comfort zone. And when I say take them out of the comfort zone, knowing that 90% of our students here are African American, a lot of our students don't do stuff like horseback riding in the norm. However, in JROTC, we go out to the horse farm. We encourage our kids to do things they wouldn't normally do. We go skiing. We go horseback riding.
Wow,
right?
that's awesome.
That way, they will have more than just their regular stereotypical way of doing things or seeing things.
Right.
They get to see it through other things, other people's eyes, and the way other people do stuff.
I got some thoughts going through my mind for you guys right now. So
well, we
let
hope
me
that will
plant
energize some of the rest of the people who watch this also.
Well, let me plant some seeds at the VA.
Okay, good deal.